Hey guys, I'm Bryson here and welcome to my show, and today we're going to take a look at one of the most historic beefs in finance, and that is ClearValue versus Kevin, okay? Meet Kevin, one of my favorite YouTubers by the way, but the idea is that him and ClearValue have been having problems, and finally Kevin actually responded to him, and I want to react to this video and see exactly what is going on. And by the way, I have not watched the video yet, but I have read some comments. People seem to be siding with Kevin a lot here, okay? And by the way guys, I do upload videos on this channel every single day, so make sure subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a video, and on top of that also destroy the like button. Now without further ado, let's see exactly what's going on here. And by the way guys, I have a little knowledge about this because basically I saw that Brian Young also made a video about this, and it basically looks like ClearValue has been making a few jokes about Kevin, and Kevin's not really happy about it. And let's see exactly what's going on with the most historic finance beef that we ever witnessed in the YouTube history. Well, the first one, I guess, right? Like, I don't know what these guys are fighting about. Let's find out.
Hey everyone, Kevin here. So usually I talk really fast and excitedly, which leads some of you to want to, as you say in the comments, punch me in the face, or I'm too overbearing, or I'm, overwhelming, or whatever. Or maybe I just did, too many lines of coke.
Oh my gosh, I have never ever heard Kevin use that language in my life, And I've spoken to Kevin, for example, in the DMs, also in his courses and all that fancy stuff, and he's never really been like using this language, but so far it looks like a very serious tone, and I'm not really happy like at all by watching this video so far. Let's see exactly how this ends. And by the way, he has a whole like no kids go hungry like fundraiser, and he keeps upping it and upping it every time the goal gets spent. I'm happy about that. Also, everyone go donate if you can.
And look, I get that. I guess maybe that's just who I am. Not the doing coke part, the being someone who talks fast and excitedly. I enjoy doing this.
I don't know what the fudge is wrong with people when people say like, hey, you're too excited or you talk way too fast. I get the talking fast because basically you want to make sure everyone understands you, but it's very hard. By the way guys, let's be honest, okay? At the end of the day, as a YouTuber, your job is to deliver information, accurate information, but also make it very entertainment in a way, like edutainment. Because for example, if you came to my channel every single day and I was like, hey, yeah, this and that, this information, that becomes very monotone, and before you know it, people get very bored of that, and no one wants to go through that, okay? So the best thing to do is make your content entertainment and very exciting about something very basic like finance and also stimulus checks, okay? Let's see exactly what's going on here.
And look, I'm gonna do two things. The first thing I want to do is, and I encourage everybody to do this.
By the way, I did notice that ClearValue said, you know what, I'm not like one of these YouTubers that basically talk fast. I'm not like them with all the affiliates links down below. And I felt like, you know what, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then today, I noticed that he's been posting videos about, for example, affiliate linking programs also. And I'm like, why even like start with that, okay? Whenever I recommend a product on my channel, it's usually just because I really like the product, I believe in it, and I recommend it, but I don't really just sell myself out. And that's why 99% of the emails that come through my mailbox, I always say no, unless I really believe in the product. And I guess so is Kevin, because your reputation is everything.
I think anytime there's a question of somebody's character, the easiest thing to do is just be transparent about the past. And so what I've done, and this is not to like pat myself on the back or brag or none of that, it's just to show you where I came from, is I revealed a video.
By the way, I think Kevin is like from Germany. Comes from very low means, and this guy, he got it. I think he bought his first house at age 19, but he's been hustling for a very long time. Family guy. I have no reason to believe he has any like malintentions. So the guy seems pretty cool to me. I never met him in person, but so far by like the internet and our conversations, he looks like a pretty cool guy, and he's also very helpful.
Called "Coming Clean About My Net Worth and My Income." And it's a very long video, but in that video I do go through how I made my money, how much money I made before YouTube, after YouTube, what key things in sort of my history led to my wealth or net worth, and sort of where my experience comes from.
And by the way, guys, whenever you talk about a YouTuber making money from YouTube, you gotta remember, right? it's very easy to be a real estate agent or, for example, an accountant and basically make a decent amount of money, right? But that skill only goes that far. But whenever you translate that skill, for example, into YouTube and you make it into a media and you feed it to basically millions of people every single month, the idea is obviously you're gonna get paid more money, but that's only because you're delivering value. If at any point you stop delivering value, well, that income will in direction basically go down and be extinguished. Okay, so I don't care when people like make a lot of money from YouTube because they basically don't make enough money now from like real estate. The answer is, you know, as things develop, you want to teach more. There's more money in that also, but it's also a lot more helpful and also has a bigger impact also in a lot of ways.
I think that's helpful because it's transparent, and the more transparent I can be, the more you're able to look at my information, and whether you like it, you agree with it, or you disagree with it, you can make up your own opinion. And the second thing that I want to do is I just want to explain kind of where this beef came from, probably where it started.
This beef, you know, it's funny, you know, like finance beef, rapper beef. There's so much beef everywhere, but the only beef I eat is Kobe beef. Just kidding. I'm not buying a $300 pound of meat, okay? I was just kidding. If you agree with me, stop eating that beef, bro. It's too expensive.
Look, everybody in this whole like stimulus talk sector has kind of just randomly poked fun at each other. You know, like Graham Stephan, love the guy. He made a really cool intro, kind of doing like a ClearValue tax intro. That was cool.
I feel like all that stuff is like paying homage, you know. I think that stuff is pretty cool, you know. Whenever I make a video, sometimes I make fun of a few guys, you know, but it's always like in good love. And I'm always like, hey, check out this channel and that channel, but that's part of the game. That's part of the game.
Cool. You know, Brian Jung's done videos kind of like mocking other people, and I think it's like, I love it. He did one mocking me, and I love the intros. I think they're great. And, you know, ClearValue Tax has done kind of an excited mocking video because I talk really fast too in the past. You know, today I think he went a little bit hard, and you know, I don't want to say like, oh, he's salty or whatever, you know, like he's totally entitled to his opinion.
By the way, guys, just a quick analysis here. I want to see something really quick. Let's go on YouTube. By the way, this guy's like an accountant, right? And let's go back here. All this video was actually like a year ago. So he's been doing YouTube for like a year or so, and just recently he started blowing up. But as you guys can see right here, he wasn't really like posting every single day like we usually do, but he's been making quality content like for a while. He tried like the crazy thumbnails before. He tried like, you know, like everything, but you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And then I guess he figured out like, hey, after like a few months of like trying to do something, basically after that he started like doing like, you know, more regular videos about the stimulus check, and he started to ride that wave. And now he's in the wave of basically like putting girls in his thumbnails. Like I don't get this wave and stuff like that. Might be like his clients or his like employees. I don't really know that much about it, but yeah, like Kevin though, check this out. Kevin has been on the platform. By the way, does this have anything to do with the channel? They've actually, no, I don't really care. But the idea is Kevin has been making videos on YouTube for the past 7 years. I've been on the platform since like for 12 years or so, you know, but like 7 years, right? 6 years, 5 years, 3 years. And then 3 years ago, he started very hard on the entire platform, but he's been here for a while making quality content. And I gotta admit, man, it takes a lot of work, you know? So Kevin's probably like a lot more experienced when it comes to YouTube than ClearValue. I'm just putting that out there.
What I want to do though is show you where it comes from. So I think the reason this has been coming up lately is because within the past few weeks, ClearValue Tax has been pushing cryptocurrencies as investments.
What the fudge? Has he really? Has he really been doing that? Has he really been doing that? By the way, guys, you know, cryptocurrency, if you want to play with your money and throw it in fire, by all means. I think Kevin agrees with me here, but even if he doesn't, you know, I don't agree with that whole cryptocurrency thing, and here's why, okay? If you guys don't know anything about this stuff, okay, basically, Charlie Munger, one of the smartest men in the entire world, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, a lot of people don't really see the value in cryptocurrency whatsoever, because the idea of crypto is basically you're going to buy right now hoping that somebody can basically buy it for higher. So the entire idea has no actual value behind it. And by the way, tell me, but you know when the last crypto is actually mined, like whenever it is, like in 2140, everything's going to be more stable. The answer is you don't know that, okay? You don't know that.
I started YouTube, I started back during the BitConnect scandals, where I saw a lot of people were getting a lot of views because they were showing people like, hey, if you buy into this crypto coin, you could make, 10% in dividends or 18% in dividends, or you.
Oh my gosh, I remember that so much. And I remember my barbers literally put in all their savings into Bitcoin, and then a few months later, they lost everything. They lost everything. I never recommend these quick, easy schemes because the last thing I want to see is any of my subscribers get hurt.
Double your money so quickly. Oh, look, I was right. This coin is doing so well. It's so profitable. And then a lot of these coins ended up turning out to be Ponzi schemes. And so cryptocurrencies actually, with the exception of Bitcoin, which is one that holds a lot of trust in some of the high-ranking cryptos, some of the lower ranking cryptos have had a very bad reputation, and they're kind of like a hot potato. You almost don't want to talk about them on YouTube, or at least you didn't a few years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're kind of coming back into popularity. You're seeing more people talk about it. And so I think what started the ClearValue taxes, interest in kind of slapping back at me was in a video that I made a few days ago. I said, hey, just a heads up, if you're thinking about investing your stimulus money into crypto, just be aware of what the SEC says about cryptocurrencies and Ponzi schemes. And I'm just going to link that pamphlet down below.
If you come in with facts, man, like I agree, facts are everything in life. And if the SEC is talking about this stuff, then clearly, by the way, guys, what I'm not a person ever, and please never be like this either with me. Please, if you guys agree with me in any way, please always check me on the things I say, okay? I'm never gonna be the guy that looks at Kevin and be like, okay, I like Kevin, I talk to Kevin, I like the guy, but I'm never gonna be the guy that's going to agree with someone just because I like him, okay? I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, okay, I'm always on this side. No, I'm always on no side. I'm always on the transparent, true side. I'm always looking for the truth, and that's what I want you guys to be. So if I ever get in any trouble, guys, promise me this one thing, that you'll always be like, okay, tell me what exactly happened. And I promise you that I will always try to be as transparent as I can be, okay? I promise that.
Talks about, hard to get your money out, how they use people who put money in to pay out other people, and some warning signs to be careful of.
That's the same thing I literally just said a few minutes ago.
I'm not saying don't buy into cryptos. I'm just encouraging you to be educated. Now, let me show you this, because this is, I think, the big thing that's frustrating ClearValue Tax, because I think he's upset with me because I'm affecting his income by suggesting that, be careful investing in cryptos.
Oh my gosh, are you serious, Kevin? Has he been talking? Look at him right. Let me see real quick. No way this is true. So yeah, right here, he's talking about cryptocurrency talk and just hanging out. So he has been talking about cryptocurrency. And, guys, I'll be honest with you guys. One thing I noticed, by the way, no shade to anyone. By the way, I haven't watched these videos either, so I'm just making an assumption here. But one thing I noticed is that basically, just because you're an accountant, just because, for example, you are one of the smartest people in the world, doesn't always mean you know everything about everything. If you did, then you wouldn't be human, Even Charlie Munger, one of the smartest men in the world, Warren Buffett's right hand, always says, your job as an investor is always to every single day remove one piece of ignorance from your head and then replace it with something knowledgeable. I've seen a lot of smart people do a lot of dumb stuff also, So an accountant investing into crypto, is that stupid? I don't know, but would I do it? No.
Because he just said in his video today that he made, this was the easiest $100,000 of money that he's ever made. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a full screen here. Let's go ahead and pop on over here, and then let's throw me up in the corner here. Okay, this is Travala. Just so I'm gone for a second, you could see a little bit bigger here. So this is the page Travala, right? This is
Travala. It's up 54%. And it is also a Bitcoin.
Where you can invest in this crypto coin. And you can see that right now it's rank 198. I'm pretty sure that's up from 300 where it was not that long ago. But what I want to do is I want to explain what's actually happening here, because it's fascinating. If you understand this, you'll see what's happening and maybe why ClearValue Tax is upset with me. But if I zoom...
I cannot think of any line of...
The reason I'm laughing is not because of the ad, but I'm laughing because, one thing about Kevin is, once this guy has his foot on your neck, he usually doesn't let go. If you know the history about Kevin, when he was on Grant Cardone, he was on Grant Cardone. He was on Grant Cardone every single day. And he never came with oh, this is my opinion. He always came with facts, okay? So you gotta be careful how you come at this little German guy right here, man. He's no joke. He doesn't kid around. Let's see exactly what he's talking about, though.
Down here, this is sort of the price history and volume of this crypto coin. And what's fascinating is if you go over here to, let's say, what is this? This is a May 8th. Before ClearValue Tax started talking about this crypto coin, the 24-hour volume was about $356,000. And what's interesting about that is when you have something that has such little volume, it doesn't take a lot of people investing in it to double the value of the coin.
That's very true. Investing volume is very important.
So here's how that might work.
By the way, if Kevin is getting at what he's getting at, by the way, that is very illegal, okay? It is very illegal, I think so, at least by the laws, to actually fluctuate a price of a stock or, for example, a Bitcoin or whatever it is, an investment, and basically like get out as fast as possible. Be very careful with that stuff, okay? It's like kind of like I said, like, oh, you know, guys, I'm gonna buy this stock right here. I make all you guys go and buy it, and then I just sell it like right then and there. That's a very gray area.
Let's say I come to you and I say, hey, you should invest in this crypto coin. And the coin has $356,000 of value trading in a day. And all of a sudden, I get 356 of you to invest $1,000 into this coin, like your stimulus check. We have now doubled the volume that's happening on this crypto coin. Anytime you double the volume with buying pressure, the price is going to skyrocket. That's normal. It's just supply and demand in the form of crypto. And what's fascinating is right after ClearValue Tax started suggesting Travala, what happened? Well, the volume shot through the roof. In fact, when you look down here, you can see the volume after he posted his videos, and you can align the dates as to when he posted the videos. But once he's
Oh my God, this is getting scary. This is getting scary.
started talking about it, the volume went from $370,000 a day to $800,000 a day. Oops, turning blue there. To $1 million a day in volume. Calmed down when he didn't mention it and mentioned some other coins, and then he's mentioning it again like crazy today. And let's just zoom in a little bit deeper here. There we go. The volume right now is $3 million. That means the
Oh my God, that is insane. You know, the thing about like people that give information out, guys, it's kind of like, say for example, I tell you about an investment and you basically make 5%. Now you tell your grandma about it, your grandma tells her bingo friends, and now everyone is buying BTC, okay? So the answer is, it kind of started this trickle down effect, and that's why Bitcoin got so popular back in, like, I think it was like what, 2015 or like 2010, when it actually went up, like skyrocketed, you know? So it kind of trickles down because everyone wants some quick money.
transactional volatility here has 10x'd. There is 10 times as much demand for this coin since he's been mentioning it. And you might ask yourself, well, why is that a problem? I mean, it's increasing the value. Yeah, sure. But the danger, at least, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but what happened with BitConnect? Once it got to unsustainable levels of value and the initial investors are like, I got rich, I'm good.
Yeah, you know, I said this in the very first part of this video, guys, okay? Investing into Bitcoin, a lot of the times, it's basically, here's how it works. You buy into this coin or whatever it is, and you're hoping that the next guy pays more money for it because you don't really know the value of the coin whatsoever. It's kind of like a guessing game, but all you're really doing is hoping somebody else pays more. And once you make enough money, you start selling, and everybody starts selling because the price goes down, and then boom, someone is going to get hurt. Someone is going to get hurt.
They take their money out. Then other people hear, what? They're starting to sell. Then they sell. The volume goes in the negative direction. All of this money evaporates. And it's usually the later investors who get screwed.
That's what I said.
The people who pitch it are the ones who oftentimes make the most profit. Now,
I think Oprah had a problem with this too. Like, I think it was like, I don't remember when, maybe like 2015 or 2017 or so. She publicated a company, it was something with women health, something like that. And basically, as soon as she spoke about it, it went up by like around 15%, and she sold all of her shares right then and there. And people thought like, hey, that's kind of messed up, you know, but I've seen worse.
I'm not mad at ClearValue Tax for finding creative ways to make money. I think it's great. I mean, I've been pitching get 2 free stocks with Webull and invest in life insurance and buy my programs linked below and that.
Yeah, but that, Kevin is a very smart guy with how he says things. He knows exactly that that's not a cool way to actually like do anything. Because he might pitch his course, that's value. He might pitch, like, for example, 2 free stocks, that's free stocks, okay? But and life insurance, that's also insurance. But when it comes to doing something like this with like ClearValue, what he's saying it might be doing, not 100% sure, that's very illegal. It might be. I'm just saying. It's not the best thing.
And look, everybody's entitled to make money however they want, and I think it's wonderful. In fact, to me, that's one of the things that makes YouTube so great is everybody can have their own way of making income, ad revenue, whatever. All I wanted to say was, be careful. And yeah, I kind of indirectly mentioned, like, hey, some YouTubers are saying you should invest in cryptos. You might want to read this SEC article because you want to be careful.
Yeah. I always say that, guys. Like, I'm a big investor, not into Bitcoin or anything like that, but I'm a big investor into stocks. And everyone seems to think like, hey, if Tommy invests into this, I need to invest into that also. And my whole thing is always, hey, before you invest into a company, analyze this and read some books about investing so you don't end up getting hurt, okay? Because you can't just invest into whatever invested, because basically I'm playing the long game. So I don't care if a company goes down by 20% today, I'm holding on for 10 years. I don't really care, And by the way, I do like that YouTubers can basically do whatever they want, but there's a limit and a line that I draw. My line is, if it doesn't give value to my subscribers, I don't even recommend it. If there's a lot of risk to it, I don't recommend it either, okay? That's the model that I live by. Because you guys are like my family, I wouldn't recommend something to my family that might get them hurt, because then next thing you know, I'll be sad about it, to be honest with you. Not to get emotional, but I'll be sad about it.
A lot of people have lost money, and I think that might have left some people questioning ClearValue Tax's intentions, and I think that's why he's kind of attacking back. I don't know. I'm not mad at him for defending. Look, you know what? Invest in the crypto. It's fine. I mean, I don't know if it's fine. I'm just saying if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I think that's where this is coming from. And then I think it's easy to say things like, oh, Kevin's been doing this longer. He's just jealous because I'm newer. No, I'm not. Like, more power to him. In fact, if anything, all y'all watching this, you should be motivated by ClearValue Tax.
Yeah, oh my gosh, guys, I've been doing YouTube for 12 years, and you can ask a lot of people on YouTube, man, a lot of new creators or whatever. The first thing I do when I find a channel, usually, by the way, I'm not like being like, oh my gosh, I'm so nice, I'm such a nice guy, whatever. Whenever I see a new creator, I always DM them and be like, hey, this helped me out, you should try this also. I'm always trying to help people, and Kevin does the same exact thing, Graham does the same exact thing, because in the end, guys, okay, YouTube is kind of like unlimited. Not really unlimited, but there's enough space for everyone. And everyone builds an audience differently, because basically everyone has a different story and a different attitude and personality, okay? Like, my audience and Kevin's audience is kind of like the same mesh, but people come to my channel for different things, and also Graham's channel, also Nate, also Brian, also ClearValue, different people with different goals and stuff like, So for me, I think about abundance. I never think about scarcity, okay? It's a bad way to think about finance if you ask me.
I mean, hats off to the guy. Every day can make a stimulus update video and in excess of 500,000 views a video. I'm proud of the guy. Like, that goes to show that anybody can get started on YouTube and make it. And I think that's phenomenal.
That is awesome. I respect that a lot. By the way, Kevin is over here like talking, but he's actually he makes like around 3 videos per day about stimulus checks and also updates. And so far in the last 32 days, he's actually gotten around, 30 days, he's actually gotten around 32 million views, which is also insane. It has grown by around 200,000 subscribers in the past 30 days also. So this type of growth is insane. And it's growth that's like around maybe $400,000 in income in 1 month, which is crazy also from YouTube. But yeah, man, a lot of good work by both of these guys, okay? A lot of good work.
Really start doing YouTube full time until probably mid 2018, end of 2018, 2019. I started doing YouTube a lot more, and yeah, I was still selling real estate and still do real estate investments. Watch my net worth video and the income video, and you can kind of see how it spreads out. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm all for everybody having their own perspective. I have a POV that sometimes goes a little bit deeper than I think maybe what people care about or want. So yeah, I mean, look, I don't blame you if you just read the titles of my videos. Maybe you scroll through and you're like, man, this guy just seems like a joker. He's a douche. ClearValue's right. But
yeah, that is true, you know, and sometimes it does happen. Not that he's like that word or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, like, people just like watch a video, like 2 clips of it, and then read the title, like, oh, this guy's bad or whatever. It happens to me a lot also, because basically I talk very fast. I'm always very excited about my topics, and every now and then you get comments like that, but in reality, it doesn't matter, you know. Like, you gotta keep doing what you gotta do, as long as it's providing value to other people, you know. I respect that.
if you watch my videos, most of the people who watch my videos are like, I don't know, like Kevin's got really good perspective. He goes deep. Like, I'm the guy that literally sits here and will read through Federal Reserve reports. Like, I've got a thing from The Economist up right here. I mean, this is my iPad. I'll just show you guys because I really do. I'm all for transparency. So this is my iPad. Right now I'm reading this article from The Economist, but let me go back here and show you some of the other things that I've been, reading and some of the things we got up. In fact, let me just switch it here so it's a little bit larger. Let's get rid of picture-in-picture. There we go. A stability report. Here's the PDF on cryptocurrencies from the Security and Exchange Commission.
I gotta say, man, when you come in with facts and you come in with, like, for example, like official news and also like things that have been proven, statistics and stuff like that, it's very hard to basically say like, hey, this guy is like full of ish or whatever, Plus, Kevin has been doing this for a long time, and I'm not saying that like he can do it for a long time, so he's actually perfect. The answer is no. And I disagree with a lot of things Kevin says sometimes. For example, I made a video about Kevin saying like, hey, I don't agree about the way you're investing into Tesla. And I said that, and I still agree with it 100%, okay? But, like, we don't have to agree on everything. Like, everybody has different perspective, different ways of actually doing things. And you guys know, man, what I am is a value investor. I'm very conservative with my money, and I want to make sure what I put my money into, I'm actually going to get a return on, okay? By conservative, I mean that I only invest when I know exactly what I'm investing into, okay? And when I start investing, I invest a ton of money, but not into crypto.
And I'm reading charts. Like, I'm trying to do everything I can to dig for interesting data so that we can all have a better understanding of what's actually going on in our world. Because
a majority and a big part of what being a YouTuber like Kevin is, or like what I am, or like what Graham is, or like Nate, or like a lot of us, okay, that's the point. But a lot of our jobs is basically just going out there and finding like a lot of complex information that gives you guys value, and kind of like translating it in a very simple way, like simplistic way, okay? Because basically, if I read like things like off a statement like I usually do and I understand it, if I told you guys, it would sound like gibberish, okay? And it took me a long time to understand everything, okay? So the idea is, all you really want to do is like simplify the information and give it to you guys, okay? That's the goal. That's the goal. Like, things don't have to be complicated to sound fancy. It's all about simplicity, if you ask me.
so I do try to simplify things. But yeah, I mean, look, watch what you like. If you don't like my in-depth stuff, you don't have to be subscribed to the channel. You can unsub. It's
Oh my gosh, come on, Kevin. I don't like this at all, man. Cause like, obviously you can tell this, cause this type of stuff kind of like nipped him a little bit like the wrong way, I like Kevin so much, I see the work he puts in. He puts in like 3 videos every single day. I put in 2 videos every single day. And I was actually the first finance guy to actually be doing a video every single day. And Kevin has outworked me just by a small margin. I'm going to catch back up, Kevin. Just relax. Give me a break. Let me breathe a little bit. But, he does great work, And at any point, if he messes up, I'll be here to call him out on it. But so far, he's doing very good. I don't like hate, like, to anyone. Like, not ClearValue, not Kevin, not me, not anyone. Like, I don't wish that on anybody, Like, I don't want to see this face on anybody else's face or whatever. But the idea is, whenever you're seeing something wrong, because all we really are like, you guys is like, what is it, like employee or whatever, like, we're your employee, I guess, like, you hire us or whatever. But the idea is, our job is to give you value. If we see somebody's not giving you value, we gotta call it out also, because at the end of the day, all we want is to make sure that you guys are okay. That sounds like I'm your teacher. Sounds very emotional and stuff like that, but you guys get the point, right? Like it's all chill, you know what I'm saying?
Am I gonna sit here and bag on ClearValue tax and be a grouch? No, I encourage you. You know what? Milk it, man. More power to you. Do I care that other YouTubers will make a video going, oh, MeetKevin exposed, oh, MeetKevin made a mistake? Look, I'm the first one to tell you. I'm just some 28-year-old real estate broker, real estate investor. Again, watch my video on my net worth and my income over time.
Yeah, Kevin has a very wide perspective also. One thing I noticed is that, once he understands the YouTube game and how it works and also how like the whole thing works, at the end of the day, YouTubers make content with value. Well, at least we do usually, right? And the idea is you give people value, and sometimes every now and then you have to make videos about things that actually, kind of like get you like new viewerships. If you guys notice right here also, I'm not saying that Kevin is perfect either, because basically when he first started out, he was bashing Grant Cardone a lot, and he made videos about different characters and stuff like that. But the idea is, I did that also. So the idea is, when it first starts off, you want to basically like, grow a following. Once you grow that following, you start doing different things, okay? And that's the entire idea. And so ClearValue is also doing that also with the Kevin thing. And it's like, I wish everybody the best at the end of the day.
I don't have all of the answers. I think I have a lot of perspectives and a lot of answers, and I'm willing to share my perspectives with you. But ultimately, the best thing that you could do for your wealth and your success is not to be a zealot, somebody who wholeheartedly only believes in what one person says.
That's exactly what I said in the very beginning, and this is a great quote. I don't know who said it, okay? I think it was Seneca, maybe, I don't know, a philosopher, but he said, the only thing that I know, a very smart man said this, by the way, the only thing that I know is that I know nothing. And the more you think you know about a subject, usually the more sure you think about it, and the less likely you are to think that you're wrong. So the idea is, I always want to go into subjects with an open mind, and so far, what I'm seeing is that Kevin is upset, ClearValue is also upset, and I don't really care, but overall, my job is to give you guys value. Kevin, I like the guy so much, and he also called out something on ClearValue that's obviously, I don't even know the ethical, legal standpoint of basically hyping up the price of BTC to actually basically, if that is true, by the way. I'm not saying that it's true, by the way. I'm not making any allegations whatsoever. And by the way, all the information in this video is just my opinion. I do not want to get sued by anyone. But the point is, these allegations right here, they're very dangerous and also very ethically and moral incorrectly, okay? So far, Kevin, I would have done the same thing if Kevin had done the same thing that ClearValue did. Okay, I would have called him out too, to be honest with you.
Don't believe everything I say. I mean, I'm never gonna lie to you. But what you should do is you should listen to what I say. Listen to what Grant Cardone says. Listen to what ClearValue Tax says. Listen to what other people say. It doesn't matter. And formulate your own opinion. The more you watch, the more you learn. And then
okay. All right, I'll be honest with you guys, okay? It's very dangerous to consume so much content a lot of the times, okay? And it benefits me if you guys watch my content a lot more than other people, obviously, but I have to be honest also. The idea is that, you want to pick a few people that you actually care about and you actually value their opinion, and kind of like one from like a left side and also one from like a right side, and kind of start forming opinions. But be very careful about listening to everyone, because I'm very careful with that also, because basically, it's very hard to take one thing from one ear and out the other ear. Sometimes you might hear something over and over again, and it might become ingrained in your brain. So I'm very particular with the information I consume, and so should you, okay? I'm just saying, be very careful when it comes to that also.
And you can decide. So, hey, if anything, I'm just gonna give ClearValue Tax a thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this perspective, and motivating me to increase my transparency and show you all where my money comes from and the net worth I've built, and hopefully motivate you to enjoy as many perspectives as possible. So, hey.
This is a great technique here that Kevin just used here. The technique is basically called, it's art of war. Honestly, it's art of war. If he comes at ClearValue very harsh and he's like, you know what, screw you, then everyone's like, oh my gosh, like beef, 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 and it kind of hypes everything even further. But what Kevin did right here is like, okay, whatever, like, you do you, I'll do me, but obviously what you did is not really the best thing ever, but I'm gonna continue to be like honest and actually tell the truth or whatever it is. But I like this standpoint, and I hope at the end of the day they can resolve all their problems.
Hey, seriously. Thanks for watching, guys. I wish we could all just have like a live stream one day.
So yeah, guys, overall, I think Kevin is done here. But the idea is, guys, overall, tell me, what do you think about this? The answer is, I think you have two parties with very different point of views, okay? Kevin has been doing this for 8 years, like the YouTube thing, like on and off, obviously. He's taking it seriously like in the past like 3 years or so. And ClearValue just literally started a few months ago. But the answer is, you know, a lot of people come and go on YouTube. And ClearValue obviously has some value, or else he wouldn't be having this much traction out of nowhere. Do I think that Kevin is jealous? The answer is no. And if you're wondering, guys, tell me, why don't you hop on the whole stimulus train? Like, why don't you make a video about the stimulus every single day? Like, your channel will grow so fast. The answer is, you know, those videos are pretty cool, you know, but I just can't see the value in updating you guys every single second about something that you basically have no control over. I mean, I'm just being honest, okay? That's what I think about the entire thing. And overall, I think ClearValue does a great job at updating you guys. Kevin does an amazing job with 3 videos a day. I think a lot of people do great jobs out there on the YouTube scene, okay? But overall, you guys should be more mature. Just squash your beef, call it a day. But then again, you know, like I don't support the cryptocurrency thing. I don't support like promoting things to basically do something else. I don't support the idea of saying something and then doing something else. And those are things that ClearValue obviously did, you know. And yeah, overall, yeah, that's my opinion. Comment down below and let me know exactly what you think. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Thanks for watching. And as always, like this video. Comment down below, let me know. Also, search the channel, hit the bell so you're notified. And on top of that, also, I'm talking so fast. And also, if you want to watch another video about how Graham Stephan makes around $1.6 million annually, watch the video right here. Click on the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.